Race fans, I'm Owen McCall, and we have returned to the New Smyrna Speedway in New Smyrna Beach, Florida. Tonight we have a jam-packed racing program for you tonight. We have two 50-lap Pro late model features. We also have a 50-lap feature event for the Super Stocks and, of course, the Bombers. Right now, our first of two 50-lap Pro late model features has made its way onto the track. We have two 17 cars in this race on the pole position. That it's the first of two 17 cars. That's Colby Clements, followed by Robert Strader Jr. in the 11. The other 17 car, that's Blaise Hetznecker. And in the 00, that is Daniel Miller. In the 3, it is Andrew Franzone. Then it's going to be Ricky Moxley in the 38, Brad May in the 9, Cole Anderson in the 97, and Dalton Smith in the 24. We have two cars not out on the track at the moment, the 71 of Dawson Fletcher and the 5 of Jamie Skinner. And Dawson Fletcher is now going to make his way out on the track, but that 5 of Jamie Skinner, it's in the pits on the Jackson. I don't think we'll be seeing that 5 car in that first feature. But Jamie Skinner is the son of Mike Skinner. So here's the hope that we do see that 5 car in action tonight. So we took a little bit of a break from the Sunshine State. We headed up to the Palmetto State and covered some racing at the New Smyrna, at the Myrtle Beach Speedway up in South Carolina. But now we are back here at New Smyrna. We're back home in Florida, and we have an exciting racing program tonight to cover. So 10 of the 11 scheduled Pro Late models are set to go for 50 laps of racing action. Right now, Colby Clements is going to be leading them to the green in that first 17 car, the 17C. Right now, everybody's getting where they're supposed to be. Cole Anderson was the fast time qualifier, but they did an invert, and now Cole Anderson is starting towards the back. So 10 of 11 cars starting tonight. We do have some drivers to watch tonight. Our first driver to watch tonight all the way in the back there, that 97 of Cole Anderson. He came all the way down here from Minnesota to compete in this race. Last time we covered him out at this track, he basically lapped darn near the whole field and went to victory lane. He also was the Pro Late Model track champion during Speed Weeks. So during Speed Weeks, he came out here and was the track champion and won the Pro Late Model Championship. Another driver to keep an eye on in this field, that number 9 of Brad May. He's always a fan favorite out here. And that 71 of the young gun, Dawson Fletcher, only 14 years old. Black flag is coming out for the 38. The race has not even started, and already the black flag has come out for the 38 of Ricky Moxley. Something is amiss on the 38. They're waving him around. But Dawson Fletcher, first time out here at this track, he placed third behind Mike Skinner, who came in second. That's right, the Mike Skinner, the one that used to be Dale Earnhardt's teammate in the Cup Series, and track regular Brad May, who won that feature event. So it's great to see that young gun out here tonight. So right now, they're giving the double up signal. So next time by, it's going to be 1 lap to go. And they'll turn these babies loose for 50 laps, 10 Pro Late models for 50 laps. First of 2 features. So it'll be very interesting to see what the strategy is, because the tires that these cars are running in this feature, these drivers must run the same tires in the second feature. They cannot change tires between feature events. So it'll be very interesting to see the strategy. Right now it's 1 to go. 1 to go. Next time by, they're turning them loose. Colby Clements on the pole. He's chosen the inside lane. Robert Strader Jr. is on the outside on the 11. They're going to be followed up in the second row with Andrew Franzone and Blaise Hetznecker. Now, before this race starts, I'd like to note that 00 of Daniel Miller is for sale. It's a very nice Pro Late model, so if you want a Pro Late, that 00 is for sale. Right now, Daytona Dodge Pace Truck is pulling off of the track. Colby Clements is going to lead him to the green in the 17C. We're looking for the green. It is out. We are racing. Colby Clements gets a great start as the field goes thundering down through 1 and 2. Clements has the lead, side by side for second. Hetznecker on the bottom, Strader on the top. Side by side on the backstretch they go. We had a bit of a bottleneck towards the back straight. We're 3 wide at the back of the pack there, with Ricky Moxley being funneled out the middle. Almost had a wreck. Colby Clements is going to lead lap 1. We went 3 wide to the back of the pack, and New Smyrna. Moxley got shoveled out the back of the middle, and we have some racing up front. Those Straders pulled comfortably in a second. Here comes Miller up on the outside. He's trying to make a convincing case for a buyer in the crowd tonight to purchase that 00 car. Imagine how many offers Miller is going to be getting on that car if he puts it in victory lane tonight. But right behind him is that 9 of Brad May as Moxley comes into the pits. Miller's in third. Here comes the 97 of Anderson trying to poke his nose up in there. Colby Clements is still out front. But we have great racing in that mid-pack there. So right now, Miller's in third. May's going to follow him into fourth. Now Brad May's going to try and get around the 00 for third. Going back to 3 and 4, Brad May's going to try the inside line. Not going to work. He's going to try and pull the bump and run. Here we go from turn 4 to the bottom. Battle for third. Side by side from the 00, Daniel Miller and the 9 of Brad May. Brad May looks like he has the advantage on the bottom, but Miller's still sticking up top. May's going to come off in the third spot. Now here comes Cole Anderson trying to mix things up in that 97 Toyota. Cole Anderson, last time he was out here, he lapped everybody but Giovanni Vermonti and Ricky Moxley and won this race. So it'll be very interesting to see what can happen if he gets up front as he slips into the fourth spot. And here comes Dawson Fletcher in the 71 trying to get around the 00 of Miller. But up front, it's still Colby Clements showing the way. And here comes Brad May. Here we go. We almost went 3 wide. Anderson almost made it 3 wide. Brad May makes it in second. Here comes Anderson on the bottom. He wants to challenge Strader for third. Brad May wants the lead. He wants it bad. He wants to go to victory lane in this 50 lapper tonight. Here he goes to the bottom. We haven't even hit double-digit laps yet, folks. We're only on lap 8. Here goes Brad May to the bottom. He wants the lead. Coming down the line. Brad May has the lead by a nose. 8 laps in the books. We're motoring on lap 9. Once again, we haven't even hit double-digit laps yet. Here comes Anderson. Cole Anderson won second from Clements. Anderson looks like he's going to get second as they go back to 3 and 4. So second place is Cole Anderson. Battle for fourth between Dawson Fletcher and Robert Strader Jr. Last time Fletcher was out here, he had some mechanical problems and exited the race early, but there he is in the fourth spot. But up front, it is that white number 9 of Brad May. So right now, things seem to have mellowed out here as we have 10 laps in the books. But things seem to have mellowed out because, again, we have 2 50-lappers tonight in this division, so I don't think people want to race too hard and rip up their cars before the first feature even ends. And Clements went a bit too high. Here we go, Dawson Fletcher on the inside. Battle for third. We have a battle for the lead brewing between Anderson and May. Anderson to the inside as they go back to 3 and 4. Brad May still up front, but Cole Anderson on the bottom as Dawson Fletcher pulls into third over Colby Clements. Brad May still has the lead, but he's got a rearview mirror full of Cole Anderson. Once again, Anderson came all the way down here from Minnesota to be in this race. So it's great to see that 97 out here. And he was out here during Speed Weeks, one of the pro late models, and during Speed Weeks out here, and he wants the lead as well. We haven't even hit the halfway point. Right now, Anderson trying to explore his options. Front 2 seem to have pulled away from the speed on the rear soft going by. Clements, Strader, Miller, and Hetznecker. There's Andrew Franzone. Here comes Anderson trying to see what he can do. Brad May tries to get a bit of a cushion there, but Anderson's still close behind. Currently, we have one driver out of the race, and that is Ricky Moxley. Currently, all drivers are on the lead lap stick. Right now, things have mellowed here in this first 50-lapper. There's your leaders, Brad May and Cole Anderson. Right now, the mellowing out was kind of expected. It's only the first feature, and these guys just don't want to tear up their cars. As Anderson got into the back of May. Anderson tries to get to the bottom. Anderson tried to pull the bump and run on Brad May, but it did not work, and May is still holding his own up front. We have 18 laps in the books. Pretty soon they'll be coming up to the 24 of Dawson Fletcher. They'll be coming up to a slow car. We'll see how lap traffic affects the outcome of this race. And oh, we have a crash. Down in turn one, we have a car around. I'm trying to see who that is when the smoke clears. That appears to be one of the 217 cars. I'm unable to get a clear look at which one of those 217 cars it is. That is the Colby Clements machine, the 17C. So our first caution of the race comes out. Colby Clements won a round off of 4. Daniel Miller's trying to keep that car intact because he's trying to sell it, and that also saves Dawson Fletcher. Not Dawson Fletcher, oh my goodness. Dalton Smith. That saves Dalton Smith because he was about to go a lap down. Now this adds a new level to the race, this first caution, because now who can get the better restart? Will it be Brad May? Will it be Cole Anderson? Or will Dawson Fletcher jump out to the lead? Clements is currently coming around and rejoining the field in the back. $19 of 50 laps are in the books. Right now, the buggy is doing a run through to make sure the track is okay. No debris or fluids is on the track as a result of the spin. Now, since we do double file restarts here at New Smyrna, Brad May is going to get his choice of the inside or outside lane, as the official is telling them to double up. And let's see which lane Brad May chooses as it's 1 lap to go. It appears that Brad May is choosing the outside lane. So your race leader, Brad May, has chosen the outside lane for this restart. That means he will have Robert Strader Jr. giving him some assistance, but Cole Anderson is on the bottom with Dawson Fletcher. Here we go, looking for the green flag. We're back racing. Restart. Down to turn 1, the field goes. Brad May maybe not getting the start he wanted because Anderson is still right there as they go down the back straightaway. Ricky Moxley has rejoined this race. That 38's back on the track, side by side for the lead. Brad May up top, Cole Anderson on the bottom, at the line. Anderson by inches. And right now we have a new leader. It's the 97 of Cole Anderson. So Cole Anderson is now showing the way out front, but here comes Dawson Fletcher in the 71. Sitting there in the third spot waiting to pounce. Brad May wants to try and shove that 97 out of the way as they go down the first straightaway. Top 3 running nose to tail. Right now May trying to put a little bit of a cushion between him and Fletcher as they go to the back straightaway. Colby Clements is in the pits. So here we go. Right now Brad May is keeping Anderson in his sights. He is not letting that 97 get away. But now here comes Dawson Fletcher pulling up. Anderson starting to pull away a little bit. That 97 car very fast. When it gets out front, you don't want to see that 97 out front. When that 97 gets out front, it can sail. Right now he's putting some more distance between him, May, and Fletcher. Next couple laps will be halfway done. 24 laps are in the books. The next time by, it'll be the midway point. I'm keeping an eye on Brad May and Dawson Fletcher. We could have a battle for second here brewing. Halfway home, ladies and gentlemen. We are halfway home in this 50-lap feature event. As Ricky Moxley will once again exit the race as the leaders go thundering by. front three getting a little bit spaced out. Here we go down the front straightaway, battle for fourth. There's Blaise Hetznecker on the inside of Robert Strader Jr. as they go through 1 and 2. So battle for the fourth spot. Strader has the advantage over Hetznecker, but Hetznecker goes back to the bottom. Hetznecker trying to get around for fourth. And they go through 3 and 4, and he will get fourth away from Robert Strader Jr. Strader wants to fight back on the bottom as they go back to 1 and 2. Here we go, side by side. Hetznecker has the advantage up top, and Hetznecker will get fourth away from Robert Strader Jr. Andrew Franzone around off of 2. Andrew Franzone in the 3 got loose, spun around off of 2. 38 laps completed, and caution number 2 comes out for the 3 of Franzone spinning off of 2. That car is not moving, so now it's moving. Just had to get it righted. Now the thing is that both cautions have been brought out for driver spinning. In this case, the 3 of Andrew Franzone and the 17C of Colby Clements. Again, I would like to note that the tires that the drivers run this feature on, they must run in the second 50-lap feature later tonight. So it'll be very interesting to see how the strategy plays out in tonight's feature event. Dawson Fletcher. Why do I want to keep calling him Dawson Fletcher? Dalton Smith went a lap down in the Rytech Chevy number 24, and so he's being cycled to the back as all the lap cars get by. One to go signal. Next time by, it'll be the green flag for turning them loose. 38 laps are in the books in tonight's 50-lapper. They're getting doubled up. Your leader, Cole Anderson, has chosen the outside lane, leading Brad May to go back to the inside. He'll be followed by. We had eight cars scheduled to go up. We have 8 cars left, so that they're going to be followed. So it's going to be Cole Anderson leading to the green on the outside of the 97, followed by Brad May, Dawson Fletcher, Blaise Hetznecker. Green flag out of out, we're racing. Down into 1 and 2 we go. Anderson up top. But Brad May's on the bottom, and Brad May got loose a little bit. Brad May almost crashed there coming off of 2 as he tried to chase down Anderson. So here we go. Cole Anderson still out front. But Brad May still hangs on to second, and Dawson Fletcher still hangs on to third. Much of the second half of this race has been the Cole Anderson show, and with 10 laps to go, let's see if that 97 can hang on and go to victory lane tonight. Because he has 3, might I add, very talented drivers who really wanted to get to victory lane with Brad May, Dawson Fletcher, and Blaise Hetznecker. Hetznecker used to race out here a lot in this division. We hadn't seen him out here in a while. He was doing some racing at other tracks, but now he's back at New Smyrna this year in that 17, so it's great to see Blaise has returned. Daytona Sportswear is a sponsor, and so he has t-shirts for sale. Right now we have 8 laps to go. Cole Anderson putting some distance between him and Brad May. The field is starting to get a little bit spread out. Right now the Bombers are currently heading to staging. It's going to be a standard 20-lap feature for the Bombers. But after this we have a 50-lap feature for the Super Stocks, and we have a second 50-lapper for the Pro Lakes. So a great night of racing on tap tonight. As Cole Anderson comes to the line, 44 laps are in the books, 6 to go. Coming to the line, 5 laps to go for Cole Anderson. Caution. We have a caution. Trying to see who went around. I think Andrew Franzone went around again. There he is up in the wall there. Caution comes out with 4 laps to go. Second time we've seen that 3-car around in the wall he goes this time. Up there at the exit, up there in turns 1 and 2. So 3rd caution of the night, 2nd one to be brought up by Franzone. Now this makes everything interesting because now Anderson, who was about to sail to the finish, is now going to have to deal with the 9 and the 71 again. Now imagine if 14-year-old Dawson Fletcher beats both Cole Anderson and Brad May, 2 very well-known late model drivers in the short track racing scene, and he goes to victory lane in that Total Toyota number 71. That would be quite the finish. But youth versus experience, that'll be a very interesting thing to see in this finish. Now Cole Anderson, he set the fast time in qualifying, but they had an invert. He started in the back, and now he made his way back to the front. With 4 laps to go, let's see if he can keep it going here on this next restart and just keep the second half of this race being the Cole Anderson show, as the 1-to-go signal is coming out. Next line by is the green flag. Once again, there's 4 laps to go. So Andrew Franzone's trying to hurry up and catch the back of the field as the Bombers are heading to staging. I'm actually really excited because there's a couple of new cars out here in the Bomber feature that I have not seen before. So Franzone desperately trying to get to the back of the field, but we're going to go back green. Daytona Dodge Pace Truck pulling off the track. On the outside is Cole Anderson. The green flag is out. We're going to go back racing. Anderson quickly hops out front, but Brad May is still right there in second. Right now we have a battle for third. Blaise Hetznecker wants to try and get around Dawson Fletcher. Not going to happen. Car in the wall. Looks like Strader bounced off the wall. So Robert Strader Jr. bounced off the wall in 1 and 2, but Cole Anderson is still up front. No caution yet. No caution yet for the 11. But as he goes by, you can see a tire down on the 11. Up front, it is still Cole Anderson. Coming down to the line, it's going to be 2 laps to go. Brad May trying to reel that 97 in to make a last-second pass for the lead. Next time by, it's going to be the white flag. Strader trying to get off the track as quick as he can. If he cannot make it to pit road, then the caution will come out. Looks like he is going to make it to pit road on that number 11 Ford. As the white flag comes out for the 97 of Cole Anderson. Coming to 3 and 4, he came all the way down here from Minnesota, and he was not going to go back up north without a win. Coming to the checker flag, Cole Anderson will win the first of 2 50-lap Pro Late Model features. Now, at the top of the show, I said the drivers to watch were Cole Anderson, Brad May, and Dawson Fletcher. All 3 of those drivers who I said to keep an eye out on finished in the top 3. Now, before we go here at the end of this first feature, I'd like to take a minute to remind you that Checker Flag Racing Films is funded by viewers like you. So down in the description below, I will have the link to my Patreon where you can pledge and keep this channel going. And I will also have a link to my Twitter account where you can follow me for updates. So, ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the winner of your first of 2 Pro Late Model 50-lap feature events in the number 97. It's Cole Anderson.